Just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
That'll go as a pickup of 8.
53! 57! Hey, goal 66. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Rip.
On first down, it's Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Brady. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Sugar! Hey, box truck! Pull it together. 57.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man is Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Hey, watch the ball!
Now following the interception, here's Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And all the way down to the 29. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Rolling to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now this time, Brady will throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check three. 8! Hey, turn it up. What is it?
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready. Check, 59. Watch 8.
Play action, it's Newton. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check tight.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be a 2nd down. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
To throw, it's Brady toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, but it'll be second down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Out.
Throwing again, Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Go. Mike 55. Right there, 55.
Brady to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Off play action, Newton. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They fake the give. Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
59. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Foreman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Rolling to his right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Newton now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Newton escaping the pressure right. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Newton now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Foreman, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey. Gun.
On second down now. It's Logan, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
He's brought down by Deion Jones.
Off play action. Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. This is caught. The jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. Shelling through, fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
Back now here on EA Sports. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. A first down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 8.
Here's Newton. And he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Newton. And able to find Dorsett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A carry for Foreman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it here with Logan. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They run again with Logan. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Brought down back at the 19-yard
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. On second down, it's Logan. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal.
Check safety, check safety. Check. 8. You got tape.
They'll go with Foreman, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Important extra point up and through, and the lead is now 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Cowboys. Todd Gurley, 77 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Great.
Now it's Newton. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. The Jets on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Newton to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Forced out to his left. And Olsen over the middle. Room here to run. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? A crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the New York.